All right, so this is the last anchor plate that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna go through the steps from start to finish again real quick. We got some threaded, fine thread, 5/8 that came off a brake pod chamber for a semi truck, and we're just using this to make our bolt heads with. So we've been cutting it, and you can see it's all gobbed up on the end. So what you have to do to get your stuff to screw back on there is come back and fix them threads back nice and flat, and put you a little cone on the end of that bolt there. We'll just take this sanding wheel, we'll just flatten it down a little bit, and then we'll come around the edge of it, we'll make a little cone. Once I got it cleaned up around the edge, make a little cone, clean it up, then my head should screw back on it. Screw right back on it, real easy. So I'll screw on there until I get about what I want up in there. I'm gonna leave me a little place so I can come back and adjust what I need to. Now we need to cut it off. I'll cut it off to about 1.25 inches total in length there. Got it cut off. I'm not really worried about the bottom, cleaning it up. I'm gonna weld it anyway. We'll unscrew it a little bit, back it away from my threads. We got the 1/4 inch by 4 plate. We cut a 3/4 circle in it. What I'm gonna do is tack weld it down to this table so I can control my stud here from moving around. You ain't got to put a whole lot on it, just enough to hold it. You got to cut it back off. I'm trying to get this thing to go on there as straight as I can. It's hard to do when you start welding something small like that. If you ain't got it clamped down real good, it's going to move on you. I don't like that. Take that back out. I don't like the way it went in there sideways. So I'm going to take some of this off. Try it again. if you run up on something you don't like, it's better to go ahead and fix it right away. Don't keep going and let it go too far. If you got a little problem, straighten it out before it becomes a big problem. So that's part of the reason I tacked this thing down, so I could straighten it up when I tacked it. You look at it periodically, you know, before you get too hot on it, because it can pull. All right, that looks pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is cut my plate back loose from the table. I got my plate cut loose from the table. I'm gonna cool it off a second. And it don't take but a second to cool them small parts off like that. So. Well, I thought I had already welded that back. I didn't got the back of it welded. Getting too fast, Copenhagen. Getting too fast. All right, we forgot to weld the back of it. So that's what we want to do, is get the back of it welded. Got the back of it welded up solid. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to grind that down. Let that tip get clogged up where it can't get the right amount of gas flowing through there. Cause the problem. I'm going to cool it off. And if you forget that thing's hot, you grab it, you're going to ask yourself all day long, why'd you do that? Because it will burn the crap out of you. All right, it's cooled off enough to handle it now, so it's rough. I'm going to go back and cut the welds off of here, grind them off, round the corners of it off, and I'm going to go back and grind on this weld at the top and clean it up a little bit. And all this is from this scrap mess I got laying around. This whole little project is mainly from scrap stuff. There's a couple pieces, you know, that I had to buy new that I want to add on to it that I ain't got, but the majority of it is spare parts, stuff that I bought, cut off, throw it in the corner, throw it in a box. And I'm just gonna take all of it and make something out of it that's worth something. So just like that, we got us a little clevis hook, pin, anchor bolt, and I'm gonna go back and pop me a couple holes in here so I can mount it down to my concrete, and we'll put some coating on it, and then we'll be done. This is what we made right quick here this morning, and we're going to use these over here on the Mailbox project. We're going to have them anchored down, and we're going to have chains and binders going to them eventually. So that's a little bit later on down the road, but we'll go ahead and make the plates and get them bolted down where we need to, and that part will be out of the way. So we'll catch you.